What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for NBA Wednesday, January 6th. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for today's NBA slate. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made. Okay guys, let's take a look at the point guard position. I like LaMelo Ball from the Charlotte Hornets playing the Atlanta Hawks, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall, and they're middle-of-the-pack defending opposing point guards. LaMelo Ball has averaged 29.3 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 24 minutes per game with a 24% usage rate. But he scored 38, 41, and 32 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing 30, 30, and 26 minutes. He had a 27% usage rate last game, and he's projected at 38 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5.5 times value. He's 6,900 FanDuel salary and 900 less on DraftKings. So I love that DraftKings price. Vegas thinks there's going to be 232 points scored in this game. So I like LaMelo Ball here versus the Atlanta Hawks. Okay, let's take a look at the shooting guard position. I'm going to give you a value play here. I like Josh Hart from the New Orleans Pelicans playing the Oklahoma City Thunder, who have the 8th worst defense overall, and they give up the 2nd most fantasy points to opposing shooting guards. Josh Hart has averaged 21.4 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 28 minutes per game with a 12% usage rate. He scored 20, 23, and 30 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing 28, 25, and 34 minutes. He's projected at 22.1 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5 times value. He's 4,400 FanDuel salary and 300 more on DraftKings. Vegas thinks there's going to be 213 points scored in this game. He's got a great matchup here tonight, so I like Josh Hart here versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. Okay, who do we have at the small forward position? I like Kelly Oubre Jr. from the Golden State Warriors playing the LA Clippers, who have a good defense overall, and they've been good versus opposing small forwards, but Kelly Oubre Jr. has averaged 25.1 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 27 minutes per game with a 23% usage rate. He scored 34, 31, and 16 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing 25, 32, and 28 minutes. He's projected at 31.1 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5.9 times value. He's 5,300 FanDuel salary and 200 more on DraftKings. So I like Kelly Oubre Jr. here versus the LA Clippers. Real quick guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all of our DFS tools for all sports. You can try the Position Optimizer, where you can see the top players ranked for each position. And we added a new Player Trends tool, where you can see the top salary differences between FanDuel and DraftKings. It's a really good tool to help you pick out value for the site that you're playing on. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups. Okay, let's take a look at the power forward position. I'm going to give you a value play here. This is more of a DraftKings play, but I like Kelly Olynyk from the Miami Heat playing the Boston Celtics, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall, and they're middle of the pack defending opposing power forwards. Kelly Olynyk has averaged 25.1 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 26 minutes per game with a 17% usage rate. He scored 28, 27, and 31 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing 27, 28, and 29 minutes. He's projected at 24 fantasy points here tonight. That's 4.8 times value on FanDuel, but it's over 5 times value on DraftKings because he's $5,000 FanDuel salary and $600 less on DraftKings. So I love that DraftKings price. Vegas thinks there's going to be 217.5 points scored in this game, so I like Kelly Olynyk here versus the Boston Celtics. Okay, moving on to the center position. I like Clint Capella from the Atlanta Hawks playing the Charlotte Hornets, who have the second worst defense overall, and they give up the 4th most fantasy points to opposing centers. Clint Capella has averaged 31.7 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 26 minutes per game with a 17% usage rate. He scored 29, 47, and 33 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing 30, 30, and 29 minutes. He's projected at 34.7 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5.3 times value. He's $6,500 FanDuel salary and $200 more on DraftKings. Vegas thinks there's going to be 232 points scored in this game, so plenty of fantasy points to go around. This looks like it's a good game to stack. Fantastic matchup. So I like Clint Capella here versus the Charlotte Hornets.
If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video.
Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this NBA slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again, and good luck.